Our coverage of the NASCAR Nationwide Series Camping World 300 is being brought to you by Camping World, the official RV and outdoor retailer of NASCAR, by Nationwide Insurance, official auto insurance partner of NASCAR, and by Viagra. Boys down in the pit studio, Alan, Brad, Rusty, and Ray getting set for a Sports Center special to follow our coverage here, presented by Wrangler. They're going to set the stage for what's going to happen here tomorrow, the 51st running of the Daytona 500. Scheduled guests to appear include the pole sitter Martin Truex Jr. Boys coming to the green flag, and as my daddy used to say, time to double up on the heart medicine. This one's going to test your ticker these final few laps. It should be a typical Daytona finish. Carl Edwards, Tony Stewart, Clint Bowyer, Keller, and David Rudem in the top 5. And then the guys back there with fresh tires coming in a hurry.
Well, here we go. You know, we always talk about where do you want to be, what position you want to be in whenever it gets down to the end here. I always like being out front personally and make them pass me, but that might not be where you want to be with this particular package with restrictor plate and aero.
The bottom line down there, the 34 car, Tony Raines having a great run right in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Now he goes up around him and takes Vickers with him.
I think Tony Stewart's going to want to get to the lead as soon as that possibility opens up for him.
I think it's getting ready to open up right here. He's got a big run. Here he goes underneath Carl Edwards.
Gets a little help from his Chevy partner, Clint Bowyer, and they go sailing by Edwards. Look at Dale Earnhardt Jr. coming on the outside. Whoa, the 27 car of Keller gets a bit of a wiggle.
Because Brian Vickers, he's tough. He's fast. He's trying to make the most out of those 4 tires he just put on there. He knows he's got a fast car, and he's got 4 tires. He might be sitting in the best spot right now.
It doesn't sound like much, but he really has plenty of time to get there. 6 laps is an eternity here.
It's definitely going to be an eternity for Stewart after trying to block these guys.
Kyle Busch still in the mix.
Bit of a wobble from Vickers back there right in front of Kyle Busch. Dave.
Guys, Carl Edwards falls back to 3rd right now. Remember, before the race started, he talked about the wreck I'm usually in and the bigger picture of trying to win this championship. He lets cars go by. He's avoided the wreck, and for today, a big points day will be just as important for the 60 car.
Well, Junior made a pass there, but he couldn't hold his car down. I think that's going to cost him some spots because Brian Vickers and Kyle Busch went to the inside and hung him out on the outside.
He will lose 2 positions, DJ, exactly as you said. Now pull in right in front of that car, Carl Edwards.
He's going to lose some more spots here as we see Edwards go to the inside along with Jason Keller.
Top of the track, the couple of Roush Fenway partners, the 16 of Biffle and the 6 of Reagan wound up.
Yeah, Carl Edwards is hoping those guys will get there pretty quick so he can try to make a charge
got trouble
back.
here. Got somebody blowing a tire. Looks like Tony Raines and Scott Wimmer are both involved in this.
Yeah, we stay green right now.
Raines had been running in 11th position, having a great run. Wimmer was back in 14th.
You see, a lot of cars having trouble holding on the bottom. Carl Edwards slides up. I really like the position that Brian Vickers is in. He's in the 2nd spot with tires. And I think that these guys behind him will go with him if he tries to make a move.
Well, he's definitely got another Toyota friend right behind him in Kyle Busch, so I think he's counting on that.
I got to think Kyle Busch is thinking about winning this race for himself.
Chevy, a couple of Toyotas, a Ford, and a Chevy. That's the top 5. It'll be 3 to go this time by for Tony Stewart.
We'll have to see what Brian Vickers' thinking is. I don't know that he can wait till the last lap and try to make a move on Tony Stewart.
I'm not sure the guys behind Brian Vickers are going to wait to the last lap. That's going to be the problem. If they pull out, he's going to have to go up and try to make the block and use the momentum.
Wow, he went to the outside here. Kyle Busch to the inside.
Uh-oh, they've left Vickers hanging out. I said, I think Kyle Busch is trying to win this race for himself.
I think Brian thought that they were ready to go with him. He had a big push from him. Those guys had gotten back and he got a big push, and I thought they might get him some help.
A year ago in this race, it was Tony Stewart, the winner, with Kyle Busch finishing second. Kyle Busch finished second in both nationwide races at Daytona in 2008. I think he's tired of being a runner-up.
I think he's tired of second. Now you see Brian Vickers has a little bit of a tire rub on the left front.
Yeah, but it's all going to be a matter of if anybody's going to help Kyle Busch try to go. Is Carl Edwards going to go with him if he goes to make that move? Because you can't just pull out and pass by yourself. He might get back and get a run to get beside a Stewart, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we just saw that with Brian Vickers. He made the move, and nobody went with him, and you see what happened.
It'll be the white flag next time by. Rick Hendrick told me that's the only nationwide car they built in 2 years, the 80 car for Tony Stewart. He said that car is going directly to the museum and then going to tour the dealership. He said, I hope he brings it back in one piece. He's a lap and a half away from maybe another checkered flag at Daytona.
That thing looks awful strong out front. They're going to have a hard time even ganging up and passing that car.
I think they're going to make a run at him here, though.
See, Kyle Busch trying to get to his bumper. He's trying to loosen Tony Stewart up as much as he can.
2 to go this time.
Here they go, coming to the white flag.
Tony Stewart has won 3 of the last 4 at Daytona. Can he hold off his former teammate Kyle Busch? Carl Edwards is hungry behind him, and Clint Boyer, the champ, in 4th spot.
Tony's smart enough. He knows he can't get too far away from those guys, so they'll get a big run on him, and then he won't be able to hold them off.
Right here, it's going to happen. If it's going to happen right here, it'll do it on the straightaway. You see the guys just lining up behind him.
He's obviously guarding the inside. If they're going to pass him, it's going to have to be to the high side. You can see Carl Edwards is just not right there.
He's going to loosen him up. Getting in the corner right here. He's going to loosen Stewart up.
Kyle Busch
got him loose.
Gives him the shove and comes on the inside. Tony is digging back on the outside.
Oh, wow.
What a job Tony Stewart did to hold the lead.
Here comes Carl Edwards to the outside of Kyle Busch. He's going to be in second. He's got to run.
Tony Stewart will come down and win it. Wow. Stewart, Edwards, Boyer, Kyle Busch, and Biffle. So Tony Stewart, for the 4th time, is a winner at Daytona. Wow.
What a great job of driving there.
Stewart is amazing, I'm telling you. He had his hands full getting in that corner.
Kyle Busch did everything you're supposed to do.
Shit, I thought it was over too. I just kept digging. Sure, I never looked at the white flag.
Rick Hendrick said last night, I talked to him on the phone, he said, we are have so much hope for this car. The 80 number signifies a number of franchises Rick Hendrick has. Said on the side of the car, the .com said fans can log on there and you'll have a chance to register to win the uniform that Tony is going to wear in today's race. And now it is a race-winning uniform you can win.
He put that car in the right hands today. Tony Stewart is about the best I've seen at this kind of racing.
And I think he could be a factor tomorrow, too. He wants a new team, and he has a backup car out there. It's the car he ran the Bud Shootout last Saturday night.
Listen to these fans. You don't think these NASCAR stock car fans love what they just saw? What a display of driving talent.
Man, I thought Kyle Busch had done everything right. He got on his bumper, loosened him up, got him out of there, but Tony just stayed in the throttle the whole time.
Tony Stewart won here at Daytona in February a year ago, went on to win at Talladega. So the last 3 restrictor plate nationwide races he has entered, he has won.
Let's hand it to Lance McGrew, too. He made a good call, put tires on that car at the right time, got Tony up front, and then he left it up to that talented driver to bring it home, and he did it.
Good job, buddy. I appreciate it, guys. Great job.
What a final lap. Now watch this little push and nudge here by Kyle Busch.
You can see Stewart's down on the very bottom of the racetrack, so he doesn't have a very good angle into the corner. And Kyle is just shoving him in here.
That's a little bump right there.
You can see how sideways Stewart gets.
Yeah, but stayed in the gas. That's where it looked like Kyle Busch was going to be able to take over right there. Here comes Carl Edwards sawing on the wheel of his car to the outside. Clint Boyer pushing him. Wow. That's good stuff right there. you haven't been in the seat of one of these things to understand just how loose that gets, how tense you get right there.
Second place had a great look at what was happening in front of him. Carl Edwards able to get up to finish second.